Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
Boy.
Yes, I'm too nervous, so let's just start it.
Oh my goodness.
Hello, good evening. Welcome to After Hours. It's our episode 102. I'm Carlos Silva.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be joined all the way from Kentucky, our dear friend, Colin Kendall.
Actually, I should say, I love it. Yeah, this one is good. Like, he's evil.
I am a little evil.
And buddy, all the way from Orlando, our dear friend, our magical, dare I say mystical friend, Jason Knapp.
What? What is happening? And you can't stop. It's hard to talk.
I mean, I need it. I'm not saying what I need. I'm not saying what I need.
And I can.
I need a moment.
I can laugh.
Oh yeah, this is going to be an interesting evening because our friend Ponto Ponto is injured, and
he's not.
He's not supposed to laugh.
I'm not injured.
He's injured. He went through some trauma.
I only went to I already mentioned to my friends when a doctor said to you, you're going to just a simple in and out surgical procedure. They don't explain to you that you're gonna get in really well and gonna get out destroyed. And I cannot cough. I cannot sneeze, and I cannot laugh.
Good luck. Good luck.
It's the three things he does best in life too.
And then on Friday I was inflated like Baymax. but on survival. Buddies, let's talk Disney. How are you? Is everything okay?
It's good.
I'm here.
Yeah. Now we're up to a really nice, summer. Summer start.
Oh, I thought you say something else.
No, a really nice summer start, and that's our main. I would say not theme. It's like the theme. Yeah, the theme will be summer. Yes. Well, guys, one thing you have to do is to say hello. Let's go.
Do I have to? I don't want it.
You should.
All right. Hello. We got Kieran
Starting at the top or the bottom?
We got this Jason dude. We got Colton Hansen. Catherine Gagowski. That's always a fun name. I never get it right, but it's a fun
It's Kathy.
name.
You say
Kyle,
Kathy.
Good to see you.
Happy Kathy.
Close enough. Kyle, good to see you. Lisa Getty Milan. Hello. Mary T. Wells. Good to see you as well.
Laura Roberts.
Who else do we have here?
Laura Roberts. Colton.
Yep.
Colton's here. You said Carrie Mary. I know my wife Michelle is here. Hello. Wendy.
Hi, Michelle. Thank you for the prayers, Michelle. Good. I'm good. I survived.
Mary. And who else is here?
Megan is here.
Hello. Which means we probably got Sid too somewhere.
Yeah, we have Carlos Silva. Oh, it's me. Okay,
Robert's must be very, very quiet.
Oh, yeah, Robert's is sleeping. Okay.
Susie is with us in the great state of Colorado.
Oh, really?
Huh? Yep.
Yeah.
Kyle, good to see you.
We have Gabi Parenti, also all the way from Brazil.
Hello.
Every time you say a good night, it is actually they're greeting us for the night as saying hello.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. And it's from Brazil usually like that. Buddies, hello to everybody. You know one thing, I had the opportunity to last week. It was last week, yes. Last week I was in Orlando. I had the opportunity to be with Jason and Michelle. It was great. We had an amazing dinner at Wine by George, and we had the opportunity to experience the drone show in Disney Springs. But we are going to talk about that later on. It's part of the news of the week. I was with Pedro, with my son, and then on when was it? And on Wednesday on Epcot we had the pleasure to be. Well, it was really fast, but we had the opportunity to meet Megan and to meet Claire. Claire was there because her son is starting in the Disney International program. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's moving week, isn't it?
Yes, so they were there for moving, and it was always great to see. I already told Claire, it's been probably this is the third or fourth time that I met Claire there, but it's always so fast. It's always like 5 minutes. The next time I need to plan time to be with them for longer.
No, I think 5 minutes is about the right amount of time.
So mean.
With you, not with Claire.
Sure.
You spend you spend a week in Lisbon, and you every single day you say that you miss me. So no, don't come with that. No, it's not true. It's not.
But time in Lisbon is very different.
Yeah.
Is it slower?
It's just
oh,
wonderful.
I miss Lisbon. Yeah. So Sid is here too. Said yes to Sid is here.
Hello, hello.
Okay, buddy. So now is the time. Oh my gosh! We get old and rusty. Now is the time.
Now is the best time.
Oh, something is wrong. Something is wrong.
I'm Carlos now.
Something is wrong. Oh God.
What's that button?
Now
Why are you on the floor? What happened to your chair?
Yeah, good now. Okay.
His chair up.
It's
But
that
what
air
hap-
deflating.
This is our world famous crop factor. Colin, can you explain what is crop factor?
I kind of forgot, so let's see how this goes. So we take an image that's been taken from around the parks or resorts or somewhere of the like. Your goal is to guess it based on a very small section of the photo. It's cropped in. We'll have two crops. The first one will be really tight. The second one will be a little further out. Your goal is to guess in the comments what that is representative of. It's either a place, a thing, something in the Walt Disney World realm, and all of these are in Walt Disney World this week, so there are no difficult ones of sorts in that capacity. So they're all going to be at Walt Disney World. So I think that's as simple as it gets. Whoever gets it first wins.
And as we all know, is this segment is carefully curated by Mr. Pitty Puddles. Puddles,
No.
Colin Kendall, Pitty Puddles Kendall, and I will say the following: it will start hard, very hard, then it will be really easy, and it will be medium. Okay, he was feeling. I think he was feeling. Probably he was missing crop factor, and said, "No, let me give a help to everybody." But
I think the last one's easy, but we'll see. If they're in the same order that I sent them in.
No, well, let's see.
We'll see how it goes.
The first one is difficult. The first one is difficult. Let's go to the first one. So let's start with this image.
I don't even know how to take a correct answer for this.
What is that? and there's a chance that someone from the audience is aware of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a chance.
Just maybe.
Oh, really? There's insider information?
There's more than that, but okay.
Is this a picture of a person's skin?
I hope not.
Okay.
I hope not.
Could
Wouldn't surprise me though. I mean,
after Friday, buddies. After Friday, nothing surprised me anymore. I was like, but
this is what happened to Carlos after this.
that looks like what happens after cat food. Cat food on toast. I never saw that.
That's a little terrifying. I don't.
It's
know.
a
I'm not gonna try
moly.
that.
Nobody's guessing
Nobody's not like even close.
because we have to bring. It's not about a place.
That's true.
It is not a place.
That's fair. It's something in a place. I think is fair,
It
right?
is something in a place. Could be a character.
But we'll
be-
take the place if you can get that.
Yeah,
luck,
I really don't know where the place is, but
Really?
could
That's
could
not helpful, is it?
could be a character.
Yeah, I'd take that.
Yeah, he is a character.
I'd take the character too.
Jason, what do you?
I thought it was somebody's,
Okay, so that
exam or something.
can we move a little bit further?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it'll get easier. I think.
No.
Oh, that's okay. Well, that's clearly we know who that is. I mean, I don't feel like we got further away. I feel like we just kind of shifted, and we know that
You got a little more.
right? It's
Susie,
clearly Doug.
I think somehow Susie got it.
Yeah, it's Doug. But what's
the-
the context?
Doug's nose.
That's for you to figure out.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a giraffe. We need another clue. Yes. And
Carlos, try. Yeah.
if that is not, it's not skin, but actually is part of
Ugh.
the wardrobe.
It should be familiar. Let's put it that way.
Yes. If that is part of a shirt.
Mary T. Wells is the closest yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Doug on
This
a
is
launcher.
hilarious.
No.
Corella Deville.
No. I think, but one thing, Colin, is there? I think they're right when we say it's Doug. No.
Yeah, they're right when it's Doug.
Yeah, it's
What is
Doug.
Doug on?
What is Doug on?
Well, he's.
I cannot
Earth?
believe this. I
mean,
figured
is it
somebody would get this immediately, Carlos.
Yes, I thought I thought that it was.
Is it Doug on a shirt? Doug on an article of
It
clothing?
is
of
Doug
some
on a
sort?
shirt.
Yes, that Doug.
Right. So this is Doug on a shirt, but so someone's shirt who has Doug. I mean, I have Doug on a shirt, but I don't think it's me.
You sure?
It's not
Are
me,
you-
is it?
Are you sure? Are you sure
No.
about that? So
Show it,
okay,
Carlos.
I will show because it's Doug on a fun shirt.
Oh, this is the most scary prop actor we've ever done.
Where is that place? Let me try to recognize the place.
Make it go away.
Make it go.
What was
Did
that
this to
place?
yourself.
I have no idea where that's from. That looks like. Wait, go back. Let's see. Let's see if I can
you
do the person.
Megan will explain this.
Oh,
you took
this
this
is-
on her
this is-
phone when she went to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, I do that. Yeah.
But where is
She
that
sent it
place?
To me.
Where's that
Seconds
place?
later.
Lounge. It's Territory Lounge.
It's Territory
Very
Lounge.
much
okay.
Territory Lounge.
Yeah.
So I couldn't pick if I was going to pick the ceiling and see if anybody could figure it out, but I figured when they saw Doug's shirt, they'd know it was Jason's shirt, but apparently not.
No, you'd be
He
better off
recognized his
showing
own
like my
shirt.
face, like my whiskers or something.
Let's say hi to
Little bit
our
of
buddy,
mustache.
to our buddy
thank
Chris,
God Chris is
Chris
here.
Black. Yeah. And what's funny? One of these days, actually, it's like a month ago. You know when you have that alert on the phone that there's something, like was the cafe or here at the Magic Live, and I said it was Facebook. Then I turned, and the live was a wood. Actually, it's a wood. It was a big wood, and I said, and then I start to hear.
You sure that was a live stream?
Chris' voice was Chris was the narrating. Actually, Chris was doing. Showing he was probably testing.
Oh, yeah.
He was testing the.
Oh yeah, we were doing that. Yeah, in the cafe. That was in the cafe we were doing. Yeah,
yes, but
yeah,
there was no disclosure for me. I just opened up and I was saying, and there's where is that? So it doesn't look like Florida, but it's.
Yeah, you should see when he goes live from his hot tub. That's when it gets interesting.
Time machine.
Yeah,
time machine. Buddies, so let's go to the next one. Okay.
I can't believe nobody got that. That's disappointing. So many of you were there.
How are they going to get that?
But now they're going to get right away. You guys keep quiet because it's going to be instantaneous. Okay?
We'll see.
The second
I don't remember
one,
which one this is.
The second one is pretty easy. Here he goes.
Oh yeah. This is the bone.
What?
You never heard of that? Throwing a bone?
No.
I've heard of someone throwing the bone. Yes, I've never. When you show a picture, you say this is the bone.
Well,
I cannot. Don't do me. I cannot laugh.
I'm gonna put that on a T-shirt and mail it.
Let's see where the. I have blocked that. He was. I wasn't allowed to get. Oh no, there's still.
That's true. Megan wasn't allowed to guess.
Megan saying Festival of the Lion King. This is a brush.
Comment.
That's the brush. No, I don't think so, Mary. I don't
if it's
think
orange,
so.
we have some problems.
What's on the menu? So we only have one guess now in terms of place. It is Festival of the Lion
we have
King.
Two.
Where is the other one?
Skirt of a Hula Dancer.
Oh, Skirt of a Hula Dancer.
I couldn't
yeah.
put that on here. We'd have problems if I did that.
Monkeys from the Festival of the Lion King. Well, let me go a little bit further. No, this is.
How is this? Wait, this is. It's not any better. Like this
It's bigger.
But
No,
Jason,
it's like
You get a little more.
Jason, but you got it. You already got it.
I was saying somebody already got this, so it's too easy to begin with.
That's true.
And
We got lights.
so yes, Lion King show
Upwards and
the
upwards.
monkey, I believe. So
I think the last one's the hardest one.
no, the hardest one was the first one. Megan,
No comment. Since we're talking about the bone.
Sid, and Lisa,
Make
you
Carlos
got
laugh.
it. You got it right. It is the
Okay.
what? That's the problem.
Wait,
He's the-
He's getting me on a
where are the
technicality
lights?
here.
Where are the lights? Where are the lights now that we saw before?
Well, they got cropped off when I had to move it up a little bit.
He goes-
There's no rules.
no.
No, it's lawless. I
The way
created
that
the
he
game, I make
gets,
the rules.
he gets freaked out because just the light changed a little.
Oh god, the whole thing falling apart.
Oh my gosh. Oh, those jumping monkeys. Yes.
Onwards and upwards.
Let's go to the third one, though.
I don't even remember what it is, so this might
Yeah.
be bad.
No, I remember.
Okay.
Pity puddle puddles. Yeah, I remember that. Let's go to let's go to the first crop. The first crop.
Oh yeah, I thought this was easy too.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
Easy.
this I remember this now.
It
I'll be
depends.
disappointed if nobody gets this.
Depends.
pretty
It
quick.
depends because you have to get the place.
Yeah, it's easier for us because we've seen the result.
Yeah.
This is a specific answer.
Yes.
Like,
seen
there's
the
only one
result?
answer to this.
Mike O'Reilly say, "Love the show, hate this game."
Sorry, Mike.
So, buddy, Jason, where are we?
I don't know. It looks like the foot of a
Oh, come on.
model of a dystopian future version of the Golden Gate Bridge or something. I don't know. This is
I don't know.
Megan
hazy and purple.
Megan is asking saying support a Tron. Okay.
That's the closest we've
Is
had
that-
so far.
Is that grass in the back? What is that? Like grass? Are we in the ground? Are we miniature?
On the ground. This is really cropped in too.
Karen is saying Living Seas with Nemo.
But people are semi-close.
Well, I have an idea. So, I mean, if I say the word, I think you're going to... I mean, it does look like a model of some sort.
Incorrect.
It's not a model? So is
No.
that sky behind? What is that color naturally?
It is
Yeah, I
colored
actually
like that.
can't answer that question.
It is colored like that because it's particularly during the night with the lights.
You gotta. This is really cropped. I mean,
And this place is really special. It's really
yeah,
special.
you know this place.
Yeah, during the night.
We do
Journey
have
into
a correct
Imagination.
answer.
Chris is saying Tomorrowland stage.
We have one correct answer.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Well, before mention anything about that
let's
answer,
move on, and then we'll still give credit where credit's due. This should give it away.
I can see Jason from the monitor. Oh
This
no,
isn't that hard.
no,
Carlos,
no.
you thought this was easy too, didn't you?
It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Let me. I got it. We got it very fast. Let's see if there's anything in your
Let's
defense.
see if anybody else gets it.
Super pixelated. Yes, the land sign. No, it is in Magic Kingdom. Where we took a group photo in Tomorrowland in January.
I don't know the answer to that question.
It is in January. No, it is in Tomorrowland.
I didn't think this was hard.
Me too.
I think people are going to be like, "Wow, that was not at all."
And
hard.
actually,
when
this
they see that.
this will be a perfect pity potty puddle picture. Pictures.
So was it
really
raining?
is.
Yeah.
It
So
is raining.
Chris is say, "Oh, Buzz Lightyear." Actually, yes, Chris. But Sid was the first one to mention. Yes.
Well, why is it a special spot?
But it's not. No one thinks Sid is not near the support for the people. Well, yes.
Actually,
yes.
it is. Yeah.
Yes,
it
yes,
is.
you're right. You're right. Look.
It's either
That-
support for that or the sign. Yeah. it
Yes,
is.
yes.
Jeez, come on. What are we
I told you
playing at
it's
here?
crop factor.
What is this nonsense?
Hey, look, a pity puddle.
See, right there next to the support beam. He was dead
It was
on.
grass. All right.
What a
It's a
So
bush, technically.
I mean,
what?
No
but
comment.
why is this a special? I don't understand the clue.
I don't know why this was a special spot.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is.
It is wet.
Oh
It's
yeah.
very wet. Oh yeah.
It's a big puddle.
Beautiful. Yeah,
Not
beautiful.
about that.
Beautiful picture. Beautiful picture. So thank you guys. It was the first one was hard. You
I'm
got
still disappointed nobody that was there got that.
yeah.
course,
Yes,
Megan couldn't
yes,
answer
Chris.
the
It is an amazing picture, Mr. Pity Potty Puddles. It is with his craft art puddles pictures. Okay, that's a nice. Yeah, I love that picture too. Okay. It's always good to have our beloved
Sid said yes, it was because of the bush.
what?
Sid's comment.
I can't
It might be.
I can't
It
do
might
this.
be.
I can do that. I can do that.
Put it on screen, Carlos. Put it on screen. There it is. We'll get him at least once in this show.
But now is the time.
That was the best time.
Oh my gosh. Let's do
It's
the
taken over, and it's just the Carlos show.
You know, it's funny because we were not using the overlays for the news of the week, and now it's back. No, I love that video. Let's talk about some news. Actually, pretty intense week, pretty intense days in terms of news. The summer is coming with a lot of novelties and a lot of things. The first one that I had to mention, I had to ask you guys, it's about the Tiana's previews and what you guys are hearing and what you guys are thinking about what is coming out of Orlando. I have a little thing to mention about that, but disclosure, I did not. There was no preview in my side, so I don't know if you guys already, if Jason, you had the opportunity to do the preview or something like that.
Have we just met?
He doesn't get invited to anything.
I get no emails. I don't get. And I never work. It never works when I try to get into the. I tried to do the AP preview thing, but I was at number 7 million in line. I couldn't get it.
Of course, you probably wouldn't have gotten on it anyway because it still needs a lot of work.
No, it's
improving slowly.
So before we start talking about the Tiana's thing, okay? I have to ask you, ask your permission, and okay, for a little rant. A little rant.
Love a good Carlos.
Yes.
Oh,
and I'm,
this the popcorn. Somewhere. What?
There's something regarding those previews that I think that Disney needs to start to think about and to evaluate, because I think that other parks are doing a lot better than they are. Okay, because it used to be a time that when Disney was about to start with a new attraction, they used to do something called soft previews or soft openings. Okay, which was something really fair, because they would open the attraction for a few hours during the day to everyone. Okay. Last week when I was in Magic Kingdom with Pedro, we had the opportunity to go to Big Thunder Mountain, and on the way back, I stopped to take video scenes of the cast members, of the previews of people from whether that moment that they come right after they have the drop in the attraction and they're all wet and laughing. I want to get those reactions. But actually, what the reaction that I got was the people next to me also watching them with kids, and the kids say, "I want to go there. I want to go there." So don't do that, Disney. Don't do that, because there were a lot of people. A lot of people that probably was it is easy for me because I can go every single month there. I'm gonna be there. But for those that traveling once every 2 or 3 years, and that week they're there and they see it running, a lot of people laughing and having fun with, and they cannot take the kids to the. That is not.
I use myself as an example.
That is not smart. That is not smart.
Previews. I was one of them, and it was the only reason we got to ride it that first year. So it was a thrill because you got to ride it and you felt special about it, and something you didn't think you were going to get to ride.
No, that is not smart, and that is not classy, I think. So so think about those that are paying for the tickets, and they're gonna have that.
Don't announce it.
Yes.
Just let it happen.
Let it happen. Yes.
There,
it used to be like that in the past. Okay?
Yeah.
And not only in the past, Universal does exactly like that. Soft Universal, that dark place in the other side of the road. They do great with soft openings. Okay? And they don't do the special previews and that everybody will be watching from the outside and waiting. No, don't do that. For the little kids that are waiting, when I saw that, I said, "Oh, come on." That's allowed me for that little rant, but it is.
It's true though.
And
I don't like the way they do it currently.
They were so good doing that. Why are you laughing, buddy?
I'm just thinking of I mean, I'm with you. I understand, and I agree with you in principle, but at the same time, there's so many things like that. Like, you know, the kid, like, there's, remember when they had the little race boats zipping around the Bay Lake and stuff, and you can imagine the kids on the ferry crossing Seven Seas Lagoon and saying to his dad, "Oh, I want to ride those boats, Dad. I want to ride those boats." Or there's Jason saying, looking at the Polynesian bungalow, saying, "I want to stay there. I want to stay there." No.
Yeah, but you
not
didn't
gonna
pay
get
the
to.
same ticket to get in there.
Yes,
Like-
but that
Not for you, kid.
no, but that is
World out there.
that is a different ticket. But Tiana is in the same ticket, but
it's not. But they do this already with the attractions. Like if you want to ride Guardians, if you show up and just buy your ticket at the window, right? You're already shut out of a whole bunch of experiences. It's the same
Which
ticket,
I don't like either.
but you're just not going to get to experience all sorts of things. No chance you're
But-
going to ride Guardians
but-
because there's
but-
literally
buddy-
no way for you to do it.
buddy, but there is still a chance. In those previews, there's no chance at all.
No, there's no chance. If you don't have the app, if you don't have my Disney Experience app, you haven't downloaded, you don't have the whole thing. If you don't have the app, you can't do certain things. A whole bunch of things you just can't even do. Disney's made this decision. I'm not agreeing that it's right. I'm just saying that this isn't the only example. Like
it's wrong.
Disney has decided that if you don't have access to certain technology and certain know-hows, you're just not going to get to experience certain things. And I'm with you. I think everything should be either. I like the individual Lightning Lane. I think that I think people should be able to pay a premium and then, you know, jump ahead or whatever. Fine. That's the world we live in. It is what it is. But then everything should have an associated standby. Period.
Yep.
This virtual queue garbage.
If you
and
want to
everything
wait,
just-
you should get on.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's how I feel. Or maybe it can be a virtual queue, but everybody should be able to get in a virtual queue, right?
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't just go like so by 20 minutes after the virtual queue opens or less, sometimes 2 minutes, everything's gone. That's baloney.
Yeah.
It's baloney. It's ridiculous that somebody who just knows where to stand in the park and get the right Wi-Fi signal and like when to hit the button is going to get to ride for the 17th time, right?
Mm-hmm.
When some family who's come for the very first time who's still trying to figure out like
It won't
the
be
app
back for
because
3 years.
Disney decided to change the interface 7 times since they've been planning their trip. Yeah, that they're not going to get to ride it, and that stuff that I don't like that.
Well, and the same is true for. I don't want to sound rude in saying this, but I don't mean it that way at all. Like older demographics, I feel for them if they're going to the parks right now. If you don't run a smartphone, you don't run it well. Some of this stuff you're just screwed. Like it's just not going to happen, and that's disappointing because it used to not be that way, and you could just enjoy it. You could just walk in and go to the park and never have to look at your phone. And I don't know, that's a pet peeve of mine too.
Anyway,
But that's why we started with the rant. Now let's talk about Tiana's previews. What you're hearing from, I only heard good things. I only heard all the friends that are already cast member friends that already had the opportunity to experience. I heard amazing things. I think it's great. I love, and you know one thing. Good. Let's enjoy something new. That's I was. But it's not. That is one thing. One thing I heard is that there is the storyline. There's no villain. Where's the villain in Space Mountain? Where's the villain in?
I'll tell you where. Let me tell you where the villain in Space Mountain is. The villain in Space Mountain is that cast member who gives me the stink eye when I tell her I want to wait for a certain seat. That's where the villain is.
Or the cast member that don't allow you.
The cast member doing their job.
Yeah.
The villain. No, I mean I understand what people are saying. Look, if they had gone in that direction, if Disney had decided to bring in whatever, I can't say his name correctly, so I'm not even going to try. Facilier.
Yeah.
He's a great character, one of the best. I get it, but it wasn't necessary. It wasn't
I just think it
necessary.
needed more
and for
story,
sure, somebody.
But I haven't
But
seen
if
it
they
in
put-
person, so
The story's great. The story is simple. She's looking
It's
for a
just
band.
boring.
She's looking for a band. And I'm telling you, I said this last week. It is a more coherent story than. And look, I love Splash Mountain. I love it. but the number of people who saw Song of the South is so tiny compared to the people who actually rode that attraction and enjoyed it, right? They didn't enjoy it because of the connection to Song of the South. They enjoyed it because it's a good attraction. Okay. And yeah, the music's fun and the characters are cool and everybody likes a good flume ride. Okay. But that story was unfollowable. You had no clue what was happening.
No,
No one knows the hell a happy place is. I don't know what that means. Like,
what is the laughing place?
Who even knows how many kids riding this attraction even know what a briar patch is? They don't know what a briar patch is.
Yeah.
They have no idea what a briar patch is.
It was part of the charm, though, because you didn't. It was a story you got to experience. Like
you didn't get to experience the
you know
story.
what I mean?
You got to experience a fun attraction, and no one understood what the
But that was
story
Disney for years. Like how many people at that point had seen Pirates of the Caribbean because it didn't exist? That was the fun of the attraction, though.
I'll challenge you. You go to Disneyland. If you have not seen the movie Pinocchio, good luck. Because if you go in that attraction,
it's the same thing though.
you zip through. You're like, who are you? I don't even. What's happening?
Big whale.
There's a whale. It's gone. And why was that kid? Why is that kid a donkey? Why is he in a cage? I don't know. He's gone now. Everything's fine. There's a ferry. Oh, it's over. Get out.
Yes.
That's the attraction. Right.
But that was the fun of Disneyland.
Tiana's
experience things that were different.
If you watch the ride-throughs, and some are better than others, not Disney's. If you watch the ride-throughs, this attraction,
but I love they did it. I love that did it poorly, but I love they did it.
I know, but it could have done it better.
Yes, but I love that did it. I love that did it.
The fact that she's putting a band together, and they're going to the bayou, looking down the bayou to look for the band, to find band members, and they're encountering. That's what you're encountering. Potential band members along the way, and then you and not a spoiler alert there, but you shrink at one point and you get you like down into the ground.
Mama Odie's mushroom trip.
Yes, exactly. And are there elements that they could include? Yeah, sure. Could they? For me, for example, when they're doing the right before the drop, they need
That's
something
weird.
else. There needs something else to be said there. It doesn't make sense as to why we're going this way. They call it a shortcut or something.
Though, in fairness,
But-
because it feels a little pigeonholed. The whole attraction does to some extent.
No.
But they did. I mean, it's because they did.
One thing I love, did you because there's some of the POV that they forgot to go through the queue, and the queue is amazing. The queue is amazing.
I haven't
That's the
seen
only
it.
part
That I
I
haven't
The
seen.
queue is great,
And the music, and I hear the music.
and
is really
there's
great.
elements in the queue that brings to the storyline in the attraction, because they're saying you're gonna start to see little residents or like kitchen areas from houses in that area. Then these people start to complain about objects being missing in those. And those missing objects become the instruments in the ride and later on. So it's beautiful.
That's clever.
Yeah,
And there are some nods to Splash there as well.
Yes, there were some
cool.
beautiful nods to Splash. Yes, and well, I'm only gonna be clear to go to a ride like this probably by mid-July. So only
I'm not
mid-July.
waiting in line for that.
Only after.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, I think just. Let me put this out there too, because they get angry. I get angry. Actually, I don't get angry about a lot of stuff related to Disney. This isn't about Disney. I actually think Disney did the right thing with this attraction. Song of the South had been canceled for decades.
Was
Let's be
canceled.
honest about that, right? Yeah, and Disney has been very upfront and very honest about their intention related to that. It's amazing to me that it lasted as long as it did. I think the only reason it lasted as long as it did is because people had no connection to the movie and to the story and to the ugly history related to that story. Okay. So the attraction, yes, on its own, standing alone, was a great attraction. But to some people, it legitimately had a connection to an ugly past. And for that reason, it deserved to go.
Yes, it's
And to be
more than
rethemed. That's my opinion. But I'll tell you this. This is the funny part. And I joked about this earlier with the group. Because I like to say this now. I look forward to the queues where they're empty, where very few people are waiting to get on this attraction, because there's so many people who are hating on this attraction. There's so many people who are like so disappointed and like, oh, I can't believe they did it. And this person, well, you know what? Don't go on.
Don't go on.
Get out of my way, because I want to get on many times.
Yes.
Because it's one of the best movies Disney's ever put together. It's some of the best music Disney's ever put together. So the best characters, and yes, it would be great to have some of them in there too. But it has a connection to something real and something beautiful and something wonderful, and the attraction's still great. And that's it. I'll get off my box.
And it's sad because he already being hated even without experiencing it. That's for me is mind blowing. I already hate it, but have you been there? No, come on. And well, I don't go to get wet. I don't like to get wet. I will go there. I will go for definitely most.
You better, yeah. That was always your excuse of not riding Splash.
There are two things.
I don't want to get wet.
No, I don't want to get
cold. It's gonna be so cold.
No. With the Michael Jackson voice. I say, I don't want to get wet. That's the way.
Who was it that told me? Someone said to me yesterday, actually, that at the bottom of the drop, that this has been the case for years, that they actually spray water to make you more wet.
Ooh.
Is that true, or is that fake news?
So it's changed multiple times. They used to have a cannon that when you fell, it would fire as the boat hit the bottom of the hill, and it would actually get the people wet to I guess your right if you're falling as they come around the front, and that's been disabled for years because it didn't work right. And then the rest of it is spray off of the bottom of the track because you don't actually hit into the water. It'd be a lot bigger splash than that. The rest of it kind of glides across, and that sprays it off the walls. But there's your answer. The only way you can see that is if you stand on the bridge on the far side.
Megan said the buy is into the west, but Megan, let me tell you one thing. Jose is not Jose. He's not from Mexico too, and he's in Three Caballeros. So I'm not complaining.
And also, and that's actually not true. This is the other. Okay, so let's fact check this for a second. All right, number one. Splash Mountain because we were complaining about this earlier. Let's go to Disneyland for a second, which I think is one of the best parks in the world, right? All right. Splash Mountain doesn't even exist in Frontierland. Mm-hmm. Okay. It's arguably in New Orleans Square. Mm-hmm. People didn't lose their mind. What are they doing putting a mountain in New Orleans Square? There are no mountains in New Orleans. No one freaked out about that back in whenever it was. Like, that wasn't a problem. Okay, how many attractions are in Frontierland in Disneyland? Because you can't count Splash because that was technically in Critter Corner, right? Or arguably in New Orleans Square. How many attractions are in Disneyland in Frontierland?
Only experience, I think. Only the canoes.
No, Thunder Mountain.
Thunder Mountain.
Oh,
Thunder Mountain, right? That is it. Now, I'm not. Yeah, you could count Tom Sawyer Island. You could count you could do that. That's it. Thunder Mountain. How many attractions?
Country Bears, I guess. Well, sort of.
No, they never had Country
Bears.
They never had Country Bears. They never had Country Bears. Ever. Did never happen. Never had it. Never had it.
Not in Frontierland.
Not in Disneyland.
No, yeah, they had in Disneyland.
Yeah, it was in Critter Country.
Yes, they had.
Yeah, it was.
It was
where Winnie the Pooh is now.
Yes, it's where Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when they had,
it was Critter Country, and
there's some kind of weird ode to it.
How many attractions are in Frontierland in Magic Kingdom?
Right now,
if you count the train, at least 3.
I mean, I don't count the train. I mean, it's basically it's effectively 2. It's going to be Country Bears. Country Bears come back in January, and then you have
back in June.
They used to count the shooting gallery, but I don't know.
Well, and you have 3. I mean, if you count Splash Mountain, because this is the arguable point. Is this Frontierland? And no one ever said Frontierland was about the West. Frontierland was about the American frontier.
Yeah,
and the American frontier is a story about expansion and other things.
It's a moving target.
And it is, and remember, the frontier during this timeline that we're talking about, the timeline that is well established in this area, is the Mississippi River. And the whole rivers of America is really meant to be kind of related to that. The fact that you have riverboats traveling down the Mississippi, and you have riverboats on the rivers of America, it's all kind of connected to that. The American frontier, remember St. Louis, gateway to the West? Mm-hmm. That was gateway to the frontier. That is what Frontierland was all about, right? Mm-hmm. That gateway to the West. It wasn't about the West, it was about the gateway to the West. Well, New Orleans, where's the Mississippi River terminate? In New Orleans. Mm-hmm. And at this period of time, during this period of time, that area there was on the edge of the frontier as well. So you can't say that this doesn't belong. The story is not complete yet. They haven't finished the theming. They still got to bring some more stuff into play. But this is an evolving thing. When we get beyond Thunder Mountain, we're going to see things connect better. I still believe that they're going to connect more. I think Pecos Bills is probably going to get rethemed, reimagined.
Yeah,
that whole strip better makes it not make sense to a lot of people.
Right, but it's not because Frontierland's not going away.
From the shooting gallery down. I mean, all of that makes no sense when you jump to Bayou and then you jump back to.
No, I think
it's a lot of people's hang up with it because it's not cohesive anymore.
I
don't think it's
that
necessarily that it doesn't fit. I think it's just it doesn't fit in the order that it is.
But it never did either, because Song of the South wasn't about the West, guys.
Yes,
it was about the South. It's actually in the name.
But like paint schemes,
it's not
and all
Song
that
of
matters,
the West.
So people went. With
it ain't Song of the Frontier. It's Song of the South.
Oh my gosh!
I mean,
because
visually,
no one lost their minds
no
about that. No one freaked out. They're like, "Wait a second, why is there a reference to something that's southern in the frontier?" Oh no!
There is something
freaked out about that.
There was something that Chris is bringing that it's probably the correction we're gonna see in the future, because there's a total connection between Pirates and Tiana and New Orleans. Okay. And
yes,
that's a explicit connection that I can live with.
And it's right there.
And I don't know what's going to happen.
Take the wagon out from around the corner.
Yes, but remove that freaking wagon and put something else there.
That's the point people are making. It's not that it's historic.
Put the Mardi Gras place there. Make it a Mardi Gras wagon. I don't care about the wagon. But then I think there's a chance. And some people believe there are a lot of rumors about that the West and the frontier, or not frontier, but the West would start with Big Thunder Mountain and beyond. Okay?
Which it should. That would make sense.
Even the people that believe that they're gonna bring a clone of Radiator Spring Racers to the area, things like that could make total sense. Okay, and also bringing Woody
and not look as
to that plan
if you change the rest of it.
Right. Yeah. And I totally. But my point is that you don't have to do much to actually wrap. They do have to do something, and I think they will. But they're piecemealing this. They're piecemealing this thing. It's like the woman in the middle of having the various plastic surgery done. Like she ain't beautiful yet, folks. But you're
what an example.
Like me. I'm still in bandage, but you have to see my abs in a few weeks. Wait to see my abs in a few weeks.
And I think we'll get there.
Yes.
And I'm hoping we get it. We talked about this a couple of years ago. I think we're going to get a lot more connection to the Tiana's story. I think hopefully we'll get a restaurant out of it. I think hopefully we get more. We know we're getting beignets out of it. Hopefully we get some other stuff as well. And can you imagine like a Mardi Gras parade and things like that? I mean, incredible. That whole area between Pirates and Tiana's Bayou.
Say throwing beads?
I was just like I was trying to let it go, but
is it bad?
Well, the reason you throw the beads.
On the show.
Why? I would say I want one.
I'll tell you later. Tell you later.
Okay, I thought they were just, hey, you send me one here.
No, that's generosity. Not entirely.
Okay. Yeah, there's a very specific way that you collect the beads, Carlos.
There's a process,
and you would not be one of them.
You would not qualify, Carlos.
Correct. Why not? I want a bead.
Well,
no, you don't.
I mean,
Okay, so explain me later. But talking about the new things that came, the new things that came during this week. Finally, is ready, and we have our community car hall and plaza. You saw that? Look at the lights. Oh my gosh!
What is it? Are they gonna put? Is it standing only? Do we know? Or are they gonna put chairs up or something for events? Or do you have any idea?
They have a lot of benches from Magic Kingdom they could bring over.
Yeah, exactly.
I really don't know how it's going to be staged by the end, but it's yeah, but everything there, and I have to tell you guys one thing.
Is that the picture you showed? Is that the festival area? Maybe.
Yeah, the plaza area.
Concert. That's not the concert area. That's
Maybe they'll fill it in with booths or something.
Is the plaza area? Yes, and I can imagine that with food and wine. And one thing is true. I brought Pedro into for Epcot, and Pedro. I was surprised. Pedro wasn't at the parks for the last 2 years. So a lot of things for them, and he was just amazing. He said, "My gosh, the whole gardens and the whole how you call the word celebration gardens." He was amazed. He said, "Oh, this is what there wasn't in the past, something like that." And that's what I said to him. Yes, particularly when you and Maria were really young. For me, your mother, that would be a blessing. Okay, they were a big blessing. Okay. But it is amazing, and let's see. I hope that for the festivals and with a lot of things going on, it's
the Encanto. There's the Encanto
celebration. It is.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I saw it. I caught during the weekend. I was miserable at bed. So I was totally miserable about it. Okay, and then I was watching it, and then suddenly I saw alert in the YouTube that was our buddy Lou was starting a live show, and was lucky enough to catch him doing the live show from.
So I didn't see it yet. Is it good?
It is not a show, buddy. That's something that we have to pay attention to the way that Disney describes and put the titles, because Disney is not calling Encanto the musical. They say celebration of Encanto sing along. So it is actually an experience that you have a few actors and dancers making a little trivia about the movie and singing the songs and getting the kids to get to sing with them along there. It is simple. It is beautiful. For me, it worked. Okay. One thing that I noticed, because I was trying to pay attention to the stage that they do have in that area, because there was a doubt. I don't know about the festivals of like Eat to the Beat Festival and things like that. If they're gonna move from the American Garden Theater to that place. No, because the stage is really enough, right? No, it's small. Yeah. It's not a high. No, it's not high. It's really low. It's almost in the ground floor, and people start standing there. They don't have seats, so it is something for small performers.
Where is this?
It is in the side of the building, kind of pointing to Journey into Imagination. It is sideways and pointing. It is strange. You have to see the map. Okay? But I think it works. And also, what I was impressed with was with the area inside. Because you have something like almost like a... It's not
the character greeting area inside?
Yes, but there is also food courts there.
Oh. Oh, you mean like areas set up for food courts, or are they actually built in?
No, they're booths. They're little kiosks, little booths, almost like Sunshine Seasons.
Huh.
Oh.
Inside there. So that is.
Is it open yet?
For the previews, it was open. I don't know because the images that I saw were from actually Lou. Lou did a really amazing video there, and so you could see what is. I don't know if they were offering only during the media event, but they have booths inside there with they're for food vending, for food services. Okay, so that we could have something there, and they have in the outside facing the plaza, they have another booth, which is what they call the best of the festivals. So you have like a food place that you go there for.
Kind of like they used to do with Food and Wine, where they had that little section up
Yeah.
front by the flower thing that wraps around.
But now
the
it's
flower
with a
garden.
better structure. It is.
Okay.
It is.
Well, what do they mean? What is it? What's in it? What will it be?
In for this time now, they're doing snacks and food related to Encanto. There's it is yes for that celebration there.
Seems like a stretch.
Yeah, but I don't know. Probably they're waiting for because there's no festival now. Okay.
Like empanadas and stuff.
Yeah, because I think the idea is that booth during a festival gonna have something like the best of the festival. So different items from other booths in the festival. So
You know, it'd be cool if they did in this space like this. Or like, so you know what we experienced in Lisbon? We went to that market, the food hall.
Yeah.
And then
Time out.
There's
Time out.
and there's
yeah.
restaurant. Yeah, and there's restaurants from the city that actually have little booths there, and they
Booth.
so
Booth. Yeah.
booths.
Yeah.
And if they did that, imagine if some of the restaurants from World Showcase or wherever had some representation in this space, so you could get a little bit of something from the restaurants, and then you can make ADRs like right there too, like as you're inspired by
That
the
would
food.
be great. That would be great.
Mm-hmm. Remember the old thing they used to have?
Spaceship
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You
Like,
know, talk
you
to
could
a little
actually
person on a display from 1980.
I don't. Yeah, I don't have to be little.
Well, so
I
that's
mean, to fit in that little machine, they need to be little.
that's Communicar Plaza. Things are great there. I'm just waiting for the clearance for me to travel because I want to experience that as soon as possible. The other thing that are coming from is actually from the American Pavilion. There's the portraits of courage. This
This is George Bush's painting.
George Bush's paintings. Well, I will say the truth. I'm not a good art critic. But
You're
the
a bad
whole
art critic.
but the whole thing behind is also, and being him so connected with the whole thing of the September 11 and the portraits are he's portraying first responders and people that were involved, and so I love the idea. I think this is amazing.
I think it's cool. I think it's cool too. I actually would have preferred to see them do it in Hall of Presidents.
That would be amazing
That's
too.
probably
That would have been
fair.
kind of that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
And I would have loved it for them to actually have done more with the jazz, the whole jazz thing
Yeah.
that they never really did anything with. That was kind of sad.
I
But
think,
this is cool.
At least in the pictures, this is better than the jazz thing as far as execution.
Well, yeah, anything could be better than that. I mean,
It's true, but it is kind of cool to see them actually bring something in that's from the outside. That
Patricia
it's
said
a
that
pretty
today
good
was
organization.
George Bush's birthday. I think Bush's birthday.
I should add it to my calendar.
the first one or the second one.
Well, the first one's.
Oh, the
he
second-
doesn't
the
really
The
have
first
any
one's
more
dead, but it could have been his
Yeah.
birthday.
No. Yeah, I think it's the second.
That's only
one.
been a few years, actually.
2018. 2018.
You know,
I only remember because I listened to the funeral as I was driving across the country, moving to Florida. Anyway,
the only thing I have to say about him, and not trying to get close to any kind of, but no, I love his reaction.
Careful, Carlos. I
No,
like the
I
Bush
love
family.
this. No,
my beads.
I'm a big fan of them, and I'm big of the whole family. And but there was something. Remember the video when he was in? I don't know if it was in Iraq, and the guy tried to show the shoes, to throw the shoes.
oh yeah, the shoe throwing thing. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
But there's something about the video that is gold because he was noticing and he gives a little smile like I got it, I got it, and that was for me was priceless because he has a little smile. I'm sneaky too, and then, it was great. It was great. Oh, let me go to another one. There was something new that came. It was the Lookout K.
Yeah, man. So, Carlos, if if there's an inverse relationship between how much Disney is pushing something and how spectacularly bad it's going to be.
It's
not
impressive.
And now look, I haven't been there. I can't say.
I know I have pictures from people that are there.
I have been to Castaway Cay. I've been to Castaway Cay twice, and
It's
I can
not
tell
even
you
close.
I can tell you that Castaway Cay for me is like visiting a third world country, and I have no interest in ever going back to Castaway Cay. And I know people love it, and I know what I just said is sacrilege to a lot of people, and I'm not begrudging them their experience. But if I ever went back to Castaway, I loved Disney Cruise. Disney Cruise was great, but if I ever stop back in Castaway Cay again, I'm not getting off the ship. There's that. So if what I'm hearing from people is that this is like not even close to as good as Castaway
Well,
Cay.
now what
I've
surprised
heard
me,
it's pretty concrete jungle-ish.
what is surprising is that was pretty obvious that a lot of stuff was not ready yet. And why did they
looks
did it?
desolate.
Yeah, one thing for sure. If I'm gonna take you just one special place, which is the beach itself, is amazing. The beach is beautiful. The beach.
So,
But
so
everything-
the comment that was made,
everything
that was
around-
made to me by somebody that was there on the boat that Disney took down there was that regardless of the place being utterly beautiful, everything they created was not. So it was like they didn't enhance it. They just kind of took what was there and threw some restaurants and stuff on it. And obviously, I've not been there, so to each their own. I've not even been to Castaway Cay. But, like, these are people that are very familiar with Disney Cruise Line. You're talking 20-plus visits on every cruise ship Disney has, and for them to say they're not impressed with it, it's pretty bad. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, Disney was pushing this all week.
Yeah.
Like constant. This.
That my thing. I said, what I think they push it too soon. There were some things that were needed to be done before doing that, and that's another thing that everybody talks about. The flies.
Put the cart before the horse.
The flies,
There's
That's not
sandflies.
good.
buddy. The images are horrible.
Oh man,
No, the images are horrible.
like the little ones, like gnats, or the big ones?
No,
Those little beach
That-
flies, those little sand.
no,
Like
no,
like
no,
horse
no.
flies.
No,
They have
the
them in
one-
Aruba,
no,
too.
like buffet flies.
Oh,
Really?
You mean?
Ooh.
Well, that's. I mean, okay, but you're putting food in the open in a tropical environment. What do you? I mean, like,
You mean that
you
you
better
need
have
to?
some strong fans.
They
You
have
do something about it.
You have to
I
see
mean,
they have everything, and then you look the burger is black.
Oh.
That was
because
Well,
of the
let's
flies
hope they
covered in
improve
flies,
that.
or because they burn?
yes.
Oh, come on.
Yes. No. Take a look.
Maybe someone staged it. Maybe they just left the burger out and let a whole bunch of flies land on
Nobody.
it.
Nobody. No.
I'm sure it wasn't like part of the promotional video.
No.
I hope not.
Extra protein. Well, you know, insect protein is getting more popular, guys.
That was the image that stand out in the
That's
whole
what we're
thing.
going to be eating in Florida soon, because we can't have fake meat. We're going to be eating lots of insects.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying.
I just can't believe.
Sometimes accidentally.
In the grand scheme of things, though, if we take a 20,000-foot view on this, when they put the concept art out, we all said that's going to be beautiful. And the fact that it looks nothing like the concept art, in
We
the
all
pictures
didn't.
is a little
No.
unsettling.
We all didn't say that.
Even you had positive things to say.
I mean, I think I said the island. So the island itself, that's the other thing. If you look at the island, the rest of
That's
the
the only
island,
thing I've heard. The island's beautiful, but
the island is beautiful. But this part, not so
not.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the north part of the island where like all the normal people go, is really beautiful. Yeah.
No. One thing, as I said, the beach is amazing. The beach itself is already something worth it, but they need to take care of the surroundings and they need to take care of the flights.
And it'll improve, hopefully.
Wait,
It looks
what are you
like
thinking
it's
about
just
flies?
not quite there yet. Yeah.
And because there's one thing, Disney Cruise Line was was broke all the rules, and it was something that was a trendsetter for the whole industry. And even with Castaway Cay, even in Castaway Cay, was something that set a totally different trend. Recently, Royal Caribbean did an amazing work in Coco Cay in their island, which is
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, that you mean
That's
the
really
Perfect
cool.
Day, the Perfect
Yeah.
Day one? Yeah, but they've
The
had
one
like
they
Labadee.
advertised.
Labadee was around for a long. Hey, we had that stop in Labadee for a long time. I mean, I think it's. Look, this game is a game of kind of increasing. Everybody expectations get higher and higher every step, and
Well, and there's more competition than there's ever been.
and
Yeah,
that's why I'm surprised that they rush in that way for this for this for this piece of the plan. I think they needed to wait a little bit more, but
Well, especially this time of year too. It's a weird time of year to do it. Look, let's be honest. Taking a cruise to the Caribbean in the summer is a worse idea than going to Walt Disney World in August.
It's hot.
Yeah.
It's just hot. It's just hot. And I realize a whole bunch of people, that's the only time of year they can get off, take the family on the vacation. And I get it because of schools and everything. But I'm just saying, if you have a choice as to when to open this island, it ain't in the summer.
yeah.
It's
But-
it's a weird. The timing's weird. Everything's.
But let's talk something that an experience that I know that Colin did not experience yet, but I advise you to do as soon as possible, buddy, because Jason, Michelle, and Pedro, we had an amazing time watching this. The Dreams That Soar
Oh yeah, it looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
was great. The way that Disney is organizing things is amazing.
Okay, I mean, amazing might not be the word I choose.
No, but it
I
worked.
heard it was really crowded.
It is crowded. It is
Yeah.
really crowded, and we went on a Sunday. It was really crowded, and you know, Jason, that me and Pedro, we went for the second time for the second for the 10:45 show, and it was crowded.
That was crowded too. And how
Yeah.
was getting out? Was it getting out tough also?
It wasn't that tough because we went earlier to the line, so the lines.
Which section were you in?
So we need to explain for everybody that
Yeah.
it's not that you pick and choose the section that you want. You get into a line what is almost right in the area in front of the Starbucks, and you go walking towards Cirque du Soleil. They divide that like crosswalk there in two lanes. One that is going to the Cirque du Soleil, and the other one is getting out of the Cirque du Soleil. And it's funny because if you get in the middle of that and say, you know one thing, I want to go back, they will say, go to the Cirque du Soleil, make a U-turn and come back.
Yeah, you got a U-turn. You can't
So
cross the line.
You cannot cross the line. So they're gonna walk you until the Cirque du Soleil. In between the Cirque du Soleil and the House of Blues, you enter in that boardwalk area that you have behind the restaurants in the west end. Okay, so you start to feel it from them.
But that's not where they fill first. No, they fill first up.
Yeah, they feel first. So you
we went
get
in there
there.
last.
Yeah, because we got there by the end of the time. So
But that wasn't first because other areas were closed already.
yeah, but what they do, you have the entrance there, and they make you walk
Oh, they
back.
fill you from the bottom.
And yes, yeah.
Oh,
the
and then
feeling-
they gate it, and then
and then it's finished. This how they know it is. That's why they say there's no space left now, because they say we're gonna fill it up everything. So
you come down. So it's basically what Carlos is describing is like a U. So you're coming down to towards Cirque du Soleil. You enter into that area. If people are familiar with where you could walk from Cirque du Soleil, like over to Saratoga Springs before, past that parking lot, like it's kind of down that area, right? So that's where the drones take off from over there. So you can't walk through there anymore. But you can go. So you would wrap down around House of Blues, right? You enter in from there. Then, if you're early enough, you're going to continue now to walk up that waterfront path, probably up. All the way up to Aerophile area, or not quite? Along that.
Yeah, no.
Towards the Aerophile. Towards the balloon, right?
But no, it ends to actually at the Starbucks.
Okay,
So it starts.
so not that right. All right. So then what they were doing is that they were they have almost like sectioned off. Think of almost like a system of locks and a
Yes.
channel, right? So when you're saying when you get to that first section now up by Starbucks, when that fills, right? When
Yes.
that wedge fills, they lock it,
And-
and now the next section fills. That
Yes.
gets locked, and then
Yeah.
there's the final section, which is the
Yeah.
largest section, which is that big lawn
And-
area.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and when that fills, you have that announcement in the speakers, and there's no space left. Okay,
Yeah, and
so
I gotta tell you, you want to be, even if you're in that last section, you're okay in terms of seeing the show, but you want to kind of be. It's like when going into Guardians. If you want to get in past that last room, like you want to get out of there fast. Everybody like goes to the right. Everybody kind of moves to the right. That's kind of you want to be on that right hand side of that last area.
So the second time, for the second show, me and Pedro, we got actually behind the summer house. Behind the summer house.
Okay, that's a good spot.
It is amazing. It was center was great.
Dead center, right?
Yeah, it is beautiful.
And
And
you
the
know,
sh-
and we're going to talk about this, like oh my gosh, now the name just dropped. The tapas restaurant, Haleo. Haleo's doing. They have a special like dinner.
Lounge.
$79 per person. It's like a tasting menu thing, and you can sit out. You sit outside, facing sort of facing the water, so you can have that dinner
Probably the most
experience.
reservations they've ever filled.
I know. And $79. And then they have another little section that is there's no food and it's standing room only. And they have some like tables, like high top set up so you can put drinks on and so forth. It's $35 per person just to be in that little area, but you have access to the bathrooms and to the bar, and then so you can get into that space too. And it's kind of brilliant. And I don't know.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And the show is fantastic. There's an original song that I love it. The song is great. It's one of the songs that are going to stick with you for a long time. And two moments that I said that were brilliant. The Death Star, it is amazing. The Star Wars Death Star, and Baymax also when he
It's funny. I think the whole thing is really good.
is beautiful.
Yeah, I would say that it is on par. I'm certainly more expensive than what it took for them to do the lights on Spaceship Earth, but it's kind of it has that feel to it. Like this is something that it's relatively simple, and I know it's not simple. There's nothing simple about what they did here, right? But it's like a light bright it's like animated light bright in the sky. So it looks simple, right? Which is, and I know it's technologically complicated,
No.
right? But it's in terms of putting on this show a couple times a night in a free space, that's kind of a beautiful thing.
Yep.
Well, I'm sure the
And
retailers
I really hope
are
it doesn't
loving
go away.
Yeah.
I hope it doesn't go. Well, I mean, you say that, but it does cause a lot of commotion and stuff.
Commotion,
down there, so
yeah.
I'm not.
That's
so
I don't know though, but it gets people down there and booking reservations and stuff.
It does absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the parking garage is packed, and I think the popularity will fizzle out a little bit. But I think it's great that they're doing this. I hope they keep doing it. It's free. How many times do you get to do anything free?
But we noticed one thing, particularly in the second show. We count four. You can see sometimes when the drones drop.
Fall out of the sky. I saw a video.
So
of
I
that.
didn't.
Yeah. It's just a splash.
So I totally understand what they're doing that on the lake, and they're not doing that above us in the hub. So thank God, thank God.
I wonder. I've been curious about this since it started. I wonder what it would look like from behind. Like everything would be backwards, of course. But like if you're at Saratoga Springs and that's your hotel room for the week,
they
Yeah,
have a-
reportedly you can see them. Yeah, you can see
yeah.
it. It's,
You have it's like mirrored backwards, but it's yes.
yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, so those were the news that we have, and now is the time.
oh my God, that was the best.
My role.
That was the best
That's
time.
not my job.
We used to go back.
Okay, now we forgot.
Hey, we got rid of the baggage.
Yeah. And buddies, now is the time. Now is the best time for our top 3. That will be a top. It would be a top 6 because the topic is our top 3 cool down places. What we decided is that each one of us will pick one cool down place, but it will be one cool down place inside the park, and then one cool down place outside the park. So that we have 6. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea is that it's summer in Florida. We're desperate. We're in the middle of the volcano in an eruption in terms of heat, and we want to find a place to. And this is something that I always look for when visiting the parks, particularly in the summer. I have those spots. So the idea is to come up with our list on that. Let's start with the ones inside the parks. Let's start with Colin. Okay.
Inside?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going. Are we just going straight into it? Like
We're going. I mean, he's ripping.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
ripping the
yeah,
bed,
yeah.
You know, we're just like we're
We're
there's no sweet talking. There's no romance.
I put the espresso mode gear because it took a long time for something that was supposed to be fast. Okay, let's go. So Colin, your cool down place inside the park. So
yeah, so go with me because this is cutting in and out a little bit. So hopefully it works.
Okay.
Okay. As long as it's working on your end, we're good.
It's always working on my
Siege
end.
with Nemo and Friends is my choice for this. I always like this, but it's also one of those things you never have to wait for if you want to ride the attraction, or you can just skip it and go around the back and go in through the gift shop, which they don't care if you do. It's even named Sea Base Alpha Gift Shop. And actually, the aquarium part of it, to me, is one of the best experiences in Epcot because you can stay as long as you want to. It's air conditioned. There's a lot to look at. You have that area that so many people walk right past. You go up to the second floor and you can walk down that tunnel area and walk around the inside. You could spend a lot of time there if you really wanted to. And it is a lot of fun. You might see Mickey in the tank. You might see divers. You might see a feeding show. You may see some dolphins interacting with the folks in the crowd. And you might go in and see the manatees. I know I just talked about this a little bit on Tim Foster's show with Celebration Express. And they were talking about how much they like the manatees in Sea Base Alpha. And it really is. It's a fun experience. You don't have to commit like half a day to it. You can go in there. It's nice. It's comfortable. You can enjoy it.
Taking aside the fact that the Sea Base Alpha is one of my favorite places in Epcot, for the purpose of cool down place is also one of my favorite spots.
It's great. It's one of the few in Epcot too.
But I think the queue for Nemo is absolutely for me one of the best spots. And there's nothing wrong with just standing in there, letting people pass by. Just move along, folks. Move along, folks.
Yes.
And because it's so perfectly done in terms of bringing you in. You're at the beach.
When it's kind of cool.
And it gets dark in there, and it's beautiful. The sounds are nice. They need to turn them up sometimes, but the sound's nice. And there are these spots in the queue, where the air blows right out on you.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong. I'm saying that everyone has permission to go in there and just stand. You can step aside to let people by and just enjoy that air conditioning right at the beach. It's a lovely thing. It's a beautiful thing. This is where you do not want. It is absolutely one of those attractions where you do not want to use the Genie Plus on this one.
Yes, not
you want to experience the queue for sure. It's not going to be long anyway, and you're going to miss out on a whole bunch of beautiful stuff.
Yes, and one thing is being constant about the lightning lanes. People that buy lightning lanes, for instance, what I'm hearing from what will be the express, the lightning lane for Tiana's, for instance, you're gonna miss most of the good stuff of the queue. Mm-hmm. So that's sad. That happens. And for instance, I noticed that on last Monday, but a week ago we went to the Disney's Animal Kingdom and we did lightning lane for Flight of Passage. They skip everything.
In a hallway, basically.
You basically get into you miss the good stuff of the queue. So that's something we need to pay attention to. But yes, Colin, that's a cool down place, and it's one of the best places in Epcot.
And the
Jason.
restaurant next door is not bad either.
Yes. Yeah, well, as a cool down place, yes.
As a cool down place,
it's not the greatest food in the world, but
the food's the food's
it's just
fine.
cool.
But the theming's great.
But Jason, what about your cool down place inside the park?
So we're staying in the same park. We're still in Epcot, of course, because it's the best park. And we are going to go to the other side of the park. We're going to World Showcase. We're going to Japan, and we're going to Mitsukoshi. Because for me, this is like one of the best spots, not just because it's in one of the best World Showcase pavilions, but the air condition in this place is amazing.
It's amazing,
It's like the best anywhere. And there's so much to see. Yeah, but it's one of those spaces you can go in, and there's so much to see and do in there. And you can linger, no one's going to rush you out. There's literally stuff you can buy to help cool yourself down in there, which is always fun. There are beverages and snacks to be purchased and enjoyed in there as well. And a little secret, maybe not so much of a secret, but a lot of people don't know it. You can buy these lovely Japanese ice cream sandwich things in there as well. And they sell them out of the cold case up in the front. And it's so good. It's so good. But I just love it. I love it in there. And then you can also go into that little museum area that's, if you go out of the other entrance exit, right where the little kid cot station is, and you go into that little museum off to the right if you're exiting Mitsukoshi. That's a nice cool little space to be in.
Nobody's ever in
just
there
to hang
either.
out. Yeah, it's just really generally
I love
quiet, and it's air conditioned.
I 100% agree with you.
I went when Carlos was being harassed in our live show.
When I was harassed, and
You were in Germany being harassed.
in Germany, but not in. But it was amazing.
Colin, I was with you. I was tracking. Colin was in Japan. He went. Yeah.
Deep thought on a shallow mind.
Yeah. Let's go to my place in inside the park. My cool down place it could be a surprise, but it's not. And the main surprise is not because of the attraction itself. It's because of the queue, and it is Pirates of the Caribbean. I always had that as a perfect cool down place, particularly because of the queue. Most of the queue it is inside, and you have all those hallways with the stones and the bar, and the air conditioning is always right there.
Carlos
And you
feels at home in prison.
I know. And look how peoply it is too.
I always love. For me, when it's really hot, I say, it's time for Pirates of the Caribbean, and I hope that you have a
You hope
good,
it's inside.
Yeah, no, a big line, because then you spend a lot of time inside there, and then it is. I always loved it. It is not only classic, but it's classic AC in the summer, and that's my favorite cool spot inside the park. Okay, let's go to the places outside the parks, starting with Colin.
Yeah. So outside the parks, I did not. I mean, I took a wide one here, but I couldn't help myself because it is the place that I usually escape to if I'm hot in Magic Kingdom or just miserable overall. More often than not, I end up at Polynesian in the Polynesian lobby time and time again, either upstairs or downstairs. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you have a reservation. Doesn't matter if you have to go eat something. Everything can be found at the Polynesian when it's hot outside. You can even get Dole Whip. So for me, it's kind of that place. If you want to go a little early, say you're really hot in the parks, maybe you stumble into a reservation for either Kona or you want to go to Captain Cook's and just do something that's a quick service, or maybe you stumble into Ohana or you had an Ohana reservation in advance. You go a little early, you hang out in the lobby. It's always cool in there. Maybe you pick up a Dole Whip. Maybe you go explore the store. I love that store. I know a lot of us on this show love that store, Boutique. It's great. It's fun to wander around. It is a very relaxed environment.
And I love
you just
the name,
feel better when you
Boutique.
leave. Exactly.
Yeah.
You just feel better when you get done with the Polynesian.
Yes. Yes, I totally agree with that, buddy. Jason, your cool down place outside the park?
Also in the Magic Kingdom resort area, we're going over to it's like the resort that feels like home for me. It's Wilderness Lodge, and I like it not just because of what you get when you're there, but like imagine leaving Magic Kingdom on a hot afternoon. You need a break, but you get to take this nice long boat ride over to Wilderness Lodge from Magic Kingdom. So you immediately get that relaxing, nice breeze. That's just everything just slows down. You automatically feel better. You feel, it's open. It's you're moving to this spot that feels like it's another world away from the park. You make your way into the back entrance to the lodge, and of course, air conditioning is lovely. It's the only place where you can actually sit and enjoy a fireplace in the middle of July.
Yeah, you're
right. And because that's how good the air conditioning is in this place, right? You just sit 3 feet from the fire, and you still feel cool. But it's how I feel about going into Grand Californian, where we're in Disneyland or DCA to cool down. It's that open, airy space. Mm-hmm. It's the contrast of the sort of dark woods and the wood and the stone, the cold stone, the comfy couches, the multiple levels you can go to. There's private little nooks you can sit in. You can sit in some chairs.
That's
upstairs
one of the big things. You don't have to be around people. You can always
and then
find
you
somewhere
can
to yourself.
And then you can take a page from there's a little cheat, right? You can take a page from Colin Kendall's book, and you walk down that little path to Copper Creek. And you go into the DVC. Boulder Ridge, sorry. Copper Creek's the other direction. Boulder Ridge, thank you. And you go into the villas there, and you sit in that space there where there's another fireplace, actually a couple fireplaces, and that is even quieter. It is even more secluded if you just need to kind of get away.
At night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you have like a child, you need to take a nap, or just to kind of
the couch is comfy.
Yeah,
Don't ask
it's
me
a
how
great,
I know.
great place to go. Great place to go.
Yeah. My place outside, my cool down place outside the parks, it is actually a restaurant, and it is actually in Disney Springs. And the whole idea is that probably you're gonna notice that is that I like when it comes to heat, I like secluded places, like almost like that you have no sunlight, so you forget about the heat. So my place is actually Enzo's Hideaway.
So dungeons.
Yeah, it's a dungeon.
Yeah,
yes, the basement. I like that. I just want. I just don't want to. I just don't want to see the light. So, so it is, and it is a lovely place. Actually, it's been a long time that I don't go there. The last time I went there, it was actually with you, buddy.
It's been that long since you've been there. We should go again. We should have gone last. This is it's one of my favorite restaurants in Disney Springs. The food is consistently good. The cast members are consistently good. I cannot say the same thing about the place upstairs, which is weird. It's so weird.
It's so weird that they then can
better.
It's a lot better. You're right.
And it's fun. The whole speakeasy nature of it. It's just a really nice place to go.
And it's cool.
It is cool. You can always get ADR there. You can always get a reservation there. No problem. Mm-hmm. It's a really nice spot. I like that.
Talking about that, buddies, just a quick mention. I don't know what happened with Disney Systems. I don't know if they're banning those pre-reservation services or things like that. But it's getting much more easier to get a reservation to ADR lately than it used to be.
Without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt. There's some are still hard to come by at certain times of the day, but let's just pop this in. If we're looking at an ADR for tomorrow, like tomorrow evening, right now, you can get just about everything. I mean,
yes.
Even Beaches of Cream's on here. Now the times aren't great, but Boma,
flexible. It's not.
You got Boma. There are at least 15 things. California Grill has openings throughout the evening. Now they don't have openings right around that fireworks time.
But it makes sense.
Because at California, you can go to dinner at 6 o'clock, or you go to dinner at 6:20 here, right? and then you can come back for the fireworks. They let you come back up for the fireworks if you were dining there earlier. There's even Homecoming's got availability tomorrow.
Oh.
night.
They never have reservations because they take so much walk-ups.
It's it's a good opportunity to try some things that maybe you haven't been able to get into before.
Yep.
That's good. Can I just do can I just sneak another one in?
Yes.
No.
Satuli Canteen. Satuli Canteen
Oh,
cannot
yeah.
be over in terms of the refuge that it serves in a bastion of heat. Right? Like in Animal Kingdom, it is probably the coldest place you can get to. All right. And here's the move. Even though the cast members are standing guard outside, preventing anyone without their little callback on their app saying like, "Oh, it's time. Your food is ready. Come get your food." Right? They try to keep anybody from going in there before that. Don't use the app. Just go order at the counter, which you can actually still do. It's amazing that you can actually walk into a counter service restaurant and still order at the counter. You don't have to do it off of the app off of the My Disney Experience app. You can just go in. That's what you need to do, especially on a hot day, because you get immediate air conditioning. There's no standing around outside waiting for your app to like tell you to come get your food. You can go immediately in. And that's and I would say that about any counter service restaurant that has an indoor space, Columbia Harbor House, etc. If you're Magic Kingdom, if you're looking to get in and get cooled down, if you've got kids, you need to get out of the heat. Right? Just go in and order at the counter, because you will immediately begin to cool down as soon as you're in that space. That's all. That's it. We're done.
Yeah, right. Oh, that was thinking a little bit more of that, like our Nomad Lounge too, and things like that. Because I was thinking about.
But it's harder to get.
The Animal Kingdom is one of those places that was really hard for me to find a spot, but you got the right one there. Yep. Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
Is that Yoda?
Yeah.
Is that your stomach or is that Yoda?
What is it?
They put him inside of Carlos. When
Oh,
they did the
that would be
surgery.
amazing. Can you imagine if after your little procedure, if you hear a little voice,
And
you're
then
like,
it comes
And it's Yoda.
yeah, or it's a pal Mickey in there or something, and you're like, what is that sound?
Yeah, you got I wasn't. Oh, where's Jason? Where's Jason?
It doesn't matter anymore.
Where's Jason?
Doesn't even matter.
And then, buddy. No, come on. Here, here, and here. Good. Okay, we're back.
Our
Buddies,
rating just went up
Jason.
10%.
Jason, it's you. What's
It's
that
my
sound?
turn. Oh, what's that sound?
And
What's
there
that
it goes
sound?
again.
Everybody knows. Maybe it's my favorite. It's your favorite. It's Colin Puddles. What do we call him? Pity Puddles Kendall. Pity Puddles Kendall. Favorite segment here on After Hours, where we
Debatable.
will play for you a brief little bit of sound. Your job, opportunity, whatever you want to call it, is to guess what that sound is somewhere in a Disney space. Be as specific as possible. And if you can guess all three correctly tonight and be first, you will get a very special private experience with Colin Pity Puddles Kendall.
Careful how you
Well,
end this.
he will take you on a tour. He will take you on the tour of the most reflective puddles in all of Walt Disney World
Whoa.
Just watch
at
out
night.
for the ones below, Jason.
at night. Yes.
Oh. Okay, let's
Away
go
from
to
the
let's go to the first one. Okay, and I think well, remember, I'm taking the sounds from the vault, for Jason's vault.
Oh yeah. These right. So
Jason-
you've all heard them. If you're a long time listener, you've all heard them.
You've been that before, okay? So they're pretty hard. I think they're pretty hard this time. They're really hard. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go to
I
the
don't
first.
even know what they are.
Let's go. Let me just put the sound effects here in maximum. Let's go to the first one in 1, 2, and 3. So I'll play it again in 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, there's a little bit of
This could
something
be
there.
Two things. but-
I would do it again. Enough. I won't play no more.
I think I vaguely remember this because it wasn't what we thought it was. I think.
Oh, really?
Let's
Yeah,
let,
because- I love Steve's comment. I think I know what it is. Although not from memory, but from piecing the sounds together. I mean, clearly we have a boat horn of some sort happening.
Karen is saying haunted mansion.
Oh, well, that's not where I was going.
I don't.
No.
If I remember correctly, if this is what I think it is, I don't think it's a boat.
Tower of Terror
really?
Q.
That sounds like a
It
boat.
No.
sounds like a boat, but I
No,
don't think it's a boat.
and we have haunted mansion again from San. So Sid, no. Mary T. Wells also saying had the haunted mansion.
What the heck? No.
And Heather is saying haunted mansion.
What is this? You guys? What?
Tower
No.
of Terror.
No.
No, it's not.
No.
No,
No. I
Is this
think
an
it's at a
Animal Kingdom?
resort.
it is a queue for haunted mansion. No,
What are they hearing? It's at a resort, right?
it
we at a
is.
resort?
I will
Yes.
play it again. I will play it again.
Oh no, it's not. It's not the clip I thought it was. Then
Yeah, and Colin should be intimately familiar with this area.
Lisa is saying International Gateway. No, Patricia is getting there.
if it's not what I thought it was, it's got to be one thing. Like
Let's-
See, this is,
it
see,
can
this
only
is
be
where
one of the
this
things.
is where I was thinking. This is where it's definitely feels like we're at the Poly area or something.
French Quarter. No,
No. The Haunted Mansion blows my mind. I would love to be able to hear what they're hearing.
yeah.
Because you can't have that many people say the same thing.
Yes.
it's probably they're probably thinking it sounds like the wolf that howls.
Could be.
That's the
But
only thing
it's-
I could think.
But it's one thing. Patricia got it right when it says how got it close when it say Hawaiian.
Yeah. Right.
And Jason, you're right. It is a resort.
Yeah.
But where in the resort? Because I think now they're gonna get really pretty easy which is the resort, but where?
But where? Yeah. So for me, it's one of two places, but I'm not gonna.
Lisa saying Spally, Laura saying Seven Seas Lagoons, and Polynesian Cotton. Polly Dock actually Mary got it right.
Because there's a little bit at the very end of that clip. There's a little bit of a
Yes.
you can hear the Hawaiian music.
Yes, it is the Polly Dock. So let's go to the review.
It was a lovely day.
I thought this was the clip that we had a while back. That it was what's the eating area in Africa, where the Rafiki's Planet Watch train goes by. We all thought that was a boat horn, but it was the Rafiki's train.
Oh, the
horn.
train. Yeah.
I forget what that place is called, but yeah,
Yeah, that little eatery area there. Yeah.
Mhm.
So let's go to the second one, and the second one will be really difficult. Probably the most difficult one in all we did already. This is sound number 2 in 1, 2, and yeah, it's difficult.
We get that again.
Let me do it here. And it's funny because there's something in the sound that's almost like someone is opening the door here.
A little bell or something. Like a little.
I don't have a clue.
That's a tough one.
Yes, it's very tough.
God, and I did this to people before.
Yes.
See why we yelled at you for a year?
And
mean.
yes, I knew that people will come to this idea like Lisa saying Aladdin area. No.
No.
So it's
that
like
an
Aladdin.
elevator?
No.
Dings.
No. The only hint I will give, we already we talk about this place already during the show.
That narrows it down.
Is it a Magic Kingdom?
No. It's not in Magic Kingdom. It is not in Magic. It is. Yes.
It's really difficult.
This is the most difficult one we ever did, I think. Tower of Terror, no. Adventure, Mickey's Filler Magic, no. And Laura saying is lost in this one. This game is on with no hearing aid, but it's loud enough, I think. Look again. Mary says France, no, yes, but it is in Epcot. Not a clue. Wait, Africa, nope. Well, there's Africa. There's the Africa outpost in Epcot, but it's not there.
That's, I mean, not like completely. Is it a World Showcase?
No. And
Good Lord.
this was one of the cool down places.
No.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes, I'm already just opening up.
We're in Alpha. We're
that
in
in the
Nebo.
queue?
We're in Sea Base Alpha. Yes.
Were you?
Look. The brilliancy of Jason that picked that clip, that flute. It is.
It's a beautiful space, and I don't remember that music at all.
Yes.
It shows you have not been there in a long time.
Yeah. Yeah. I always go to that place. I always return to that place.
Yeah.
The third one.
Okay.
It is.
I thought
It
we
is.
were done.
The third one is not a.
That was the
It
third
is
one.
not a. Well, you can bring a place and you can bring the park, but it's actually a situation. And I needed to bring because when I was picking up the different things we could use or the different clips that I could use for what they sound. When I run into this one, I was laughing so hard that we needed to use this one, and to end up the night like this. The third one in 1, 2, and 3.
Bobocus.
So let's do it again in 1, 2, and 3.
Bobocus.
Colin, do you remember this?
I remember the sound, but I have no idea where it was from.
Let's do it again.
Bobocus.
It sounds like Carlos. I mean,
It is Carlos. It's definitely Carlos.
Yeah, but
Where were you? Is it Animal Kingdom?
no. Let's do it again.
Bobocus.
I don't even know what he's saying.
No, but it gives her a hell of a clue.
Barbecues.
Bubba. Yeah, Bubba who? What? Yeah. Jason isn't evil. Carlos is evil. Food and Wine Festival, Carlos. Lisa got it right away.
Oh, wait. Wait, what?
Yes.
Lisa got it?
Bobocuse.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
And
Guys, this is like 2 years old, right?
yes, this is video gold. This is video gold. Pay attention to the review. Yes, Lisa was right. Was during actually Jason's live, special live review in Food and Wine Festival that I needed to eat those dried tomatoes, 3 different type of tomatoes. But in the middle of that was this discussion here. Look. You know the reason is Monsieur Pau, no?
Because that's the name of the chef. I assume. Is that right? Okay, maybe not. I don't know.
No, yes, but because it's not the chef. It's the chef. We're talking about
Bobocuse.
Bubba who?
Bobocuse is the guy. Well, he's the master, the godfather, or the god of the Nouvelle Cuisine.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that's not. Oh okay. I gotta get shelf notification. What are you talking about? Bubba Paul?
Bobocuse.
Bubba? I know Bubba Gump.
Yeah, and Bobocuse also was involved with Chef de France. And actually, the ones that the person that runs Chef, the Monsieur Pau, is Pau's sons.
Oh,
So,
okay. Well, hey, see, I learned something. We're learning stuff today. We're learning how to.
and we're gonna take empanadas now. It's good.
Oh, we're gonna have them times.
You know what is chorizo empanada, no?
Huh?
Chorizo empanada?
Yes. Yeah. I'm making an exception today.
Yeah.
My. Don't talk to me later about that though. It could be interesting.
Just kept
Why
going.
does your umbrella have a strap on it?
So you can hang it from your shoulder, but it wasn't staying. It kept falling.
Guess what,
Clearly, it's a
Jason?
flawed concept.
Guess what, Jason? Look who I brought.
Oh.
Bobocuse.
Oh,
Bobocuse.
that's what you were saying. Paul Bocuse.
Yes.
Paul Bocuse.
Bobocuse.
Bobocuse, like Bobocuse. Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Slow it down for us Americans. People.
Paul Bocuse.
It's like, you know,
Paul Bocuse. Why do you say that? Paul Bocuse.
Bobocuse. Yeah, Bobocuse.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
Bobocuse. Paul Bocuse.
Bobocuse. Yeah.
No,
It
Paul
took him 2 years to figure out what you were saying.
So there here is Bobocuse.
Paul
His gun.
Bocuse.
Yeah, but he's like the how can I say? He's the is not because he's the Picasso or the for the culinary. He's the only one of the like the if there's anything like the culinary took a modern twist, it was because of this guy. So that's why
Paul Bocuse.
Paul Bocuse, yes. I don't know because his son used to run Monsieur Pau before the pandemic. I don't know if after they reopened that and after the pandemic it continues to be, but he was involved in the restaurant before. Okay. Bobocuse, yes. Couscous, yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Okay, buddies. That was it. That was our
Say it one more
show.
time.
What just happened?
What happened?
I don't know.
Oh, you guys. Well, when finish, you guys have to explain me about the bibs.
Oh, I'll show you.
What?
I don't want to see. No.
Careful what you asked for. Do you get it now,
So
Carl?
this,
Those beads ready, buddy.
so this was.
Michelle, I'm going home with some beads.
I cannot. I can't
Get
laugh.
extra beads if you like it.
I cannot laugh. Oh, it hurts, buddy. It hurts. Baby oil is coming out. Oh my gosh. Hi, buddies. Okay, that was our episode 102 episodes of After Hours Let's Talk Disney. Have a amazing rest of the week. Amazing rest of the month. Actually, we're gonna see you in 1 month from now. 1 month from now. Hopefully, everybody healed. And see you soon. Take care.
That's it.
See ya.
You can go home now.
Yes.
Good night.
Bye.
Except me, I'm stuck here.